Hello there, OET people. My name is Jay. I'm one of the expert teachers here at E2 Language, which is a website you should check out if you're preparing for OET. Let's do a little reading part B, just to sort of put you on your toes. Let's take a look. So, reading part B. Oakley dokley. So my suggestion with this one is that you read that question prompty thing here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Read this first. Make sure you understand that. Okay, it's going to ask you to read for something. Then skip the answer options and read this very carefully, keeping this question prompty thing in mind. After you have then read this part, the text very carefully, you can then come back to the answer options and start to go through them one by one and decide which one is best. Now, some of them may all make sense, but there will always be one that makes the most sense, okay? So that might be a way to think about it. Don't think about it like, okay, two will be incorrect and one will be, glaringly, obviously right. That's not often how it works. They will all sort of be a bit ambiguous, but one will be stronger than the rest. So let's take a look at this one. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Find out which one is the best option. Put it into the comments below, and while you're there, click that subscribe button. Here we go. Okay, how did you go in those 2 minutes? Did you have enough time? How do you feel? Are you confident that you got the right answer? Are you still a little bit unsure? Let's go through it together. All right, so let's read that question prompty thing. It says, the purpose of this patient notice about complications after surgery is to what? In other words, or in a word, what is the purpose of this statement here? So let's read it. It says, delayed or incomplete healing of surgical site informing the patient. Very occasionally, again, what is the purpose of it? Very occasionally, a tooth socket may not heal naturally, and at times small pieces of shell-like bone may be shed from the socket several weeks after surgery. This can be an alarming experience, but is one that does not require intervention. However, occasionally a piece of bone may not shed naturally. Again, what is the purpose? In this instance, it may require formal removal, but this is typically a very simple procedure, often completed in the office without the need for any anesthetic. What is the purpose? If soft tissue rather than bone heals in a tooth socket, it may require removal in a later minor surgical procedure, which is usually carried out in the office using only a local anesthetic. Okay, now that we've read the text, let's check out the answer options. A, so is the purpose to inform them, the patient or the patients, of common problems they may encounter? Well, very occasionally this will happen. Again, the use of the word occasionally. It's certainly not discussing common problems. So that one's pretty actually glaringly, obviously wrong. We're going to remove that one, not choose that one. B, what is the purpose of this text? To explain the reasons why an additional procedure may be likely. Well, the reasons why, down here it says if soft tissue rather than bone heals in a tooth socket, it may require removal in a later procedure. But that's the only real mention of reasons why, okay? So this one, as far as I'm concerned, is definitely not the main purpose of this thing. It was an incidental bit of information. I'm not happy with that one. And what about C? Well, is the purpose to ease any concerns the patients may have about possible further treatments? This one I like. Here's the reason why. So it says, very occasionally this may happen, This can be an alarming experience, but it's one that does not require intervention. This may require formal removal, but this is typically a simple procedure. Words like simple and occasionally, and this can be an alarming experience, but these sorts of things, all of this language also almost has a bit of a tone to it. And the tone is that it's saying, don't worry, it's going to be okay. It's not a big issue. So the purpose is to ease any concerns the patient may have about possible further treatments. I think that one's pretty clearly right. How did you go? Did you get to C? If you did, pop a smiley face into the chat below. As I mentioned before, click that subscribe button. We've just crossed 100,000. We'd like some more. All right, and the last thing I want to talk to you about is this. Check out the OET mini mock test at e2language.com. If you have taken the OET test before and been unsuccessful, or if you're planning to take OET and you're a little bit nervous or concerned, this is the tool for you. It's going to give you full test-like simulation. It's a little bit shortened, but you get to do the reading, listening, writing, speaking one-on-one with one of our expert teachers. You'll get feedback on your writing and speaking, as well as feedback on all of the reading subtests and listening subtests as well. So you can identify where you may be weak and where you may need help, etc. It's pretty cool. You can also buy this mock test within a larger package that includes tutorials, live classes, full practice tests, etc. So check out the website at e2language.com. The web address is in the comments in the description below. I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.